When a Cancer woman and a Gemini man meet in love, the outcome is anything but predictable. At first glance, they seem like two completely opposite people. Cancer is emotional, reserved, and deeply intuitive, while Gemini is extroverted, rational, and always in search of new experiences. However, amid these contrasts, an intriguing attraction can arise. Gemini is curious by nature, and Cancer's mysterious and sweet personality can spark his interest right away. For Cancer, Gemini represents something out of the ordinary, someone who takes her out of her comfort zone and challenges her to see life from a different perspective. But can these differences complement each other, or will they end up feeling like they are speaking two different languages? Today we will dive deeply into the compatibility between Cancer and Gemini, discovering what brings them together, what separates them, and whether they have what it takes to build a stable relationship or if, on the contrary, their love is destined to become an unsolved mystery. Initial attraction, the mystery that unites them. From the very first moment, Cancer and Gemini may feel intrigued by each other. Cancer moves in the world of emotions and intuition, while Gemini lives in the realm of ideas and communication. This difference creates a dynamic in which Cancer perceives Gemini as someone fascinating yet difficult to understand, while Gemini is drawn to the aura of mystery and sensitivity surrounding Cancer. For Cancer, Gemini is someone spontaneous, intelligent, and charismatic. His ability to adapt to any situation and his knack for making conversations light and fun can be charming. However, Gemini's unpredictable nature can also awaken insecurities in Cancer. Gemini changes interests easily, and his need to be constantly on the go may lead Cancer to wonder if he is truly capable of committing to a deep relationship. On the other hand, Gemini finds in Cancer someone completely different from what he is used to. Her sweetness, her ability to listen, and her protective nature can make Gemini feel like he has finally found someone who understands him beyond words. However, he may also perceive her as someone too emotional or sensitive, which can create some discomfort if he is not used to dealing with deep feelings. The attraction between these two signs is real, but it is also full of challenges. While they may enjoy each other's company in the early encounters, the big question is whether they will be able to adapt to their differences in the long run or if they will end up feeling exhausted trying to understand each other. Differences in the way of loving. One of the biggest obstacles in this relationship is that Cancer and Gemini have very different ways of expressing love. For Cancer, love is something sacred, a deep bond that is built with trust, time, and dedication. When she loves, she does so with her heart and expects the same from her partner. She seeks stability, security, and an authentic emotional connection. Gemini, on the other hand, has a lighter and more spontaneous way of experiencing love. For him, the relationship must be stimulating, fun, and full of surprises. Although he can fall deeply in love, his restless nature means he is not always consistent in his emotions. Sometimes he may seem passionate and attentive, and other times he may withdraw for no apparent reason, which can generate insecurity in Cancer. The biggest challenge here is that Cancer needs to feel that her partner is present and committed, while Gemini needs space to explore his world without feeling trapped. If Cancer becomes too demanding or possessive, Gemini may feel suffocated and start to pull away. If Gemini is too evasive or changeable, Cancer may start to retreat into its shell and feel hurt. For this relationship to work, both must learn to compromise. Cancer has to trust Gemini without demanding total commitment right away, and Gemini has to show Cancer that even though they are free by nature, that doesn't mean they can't commit to someone they truly love. Life as a couple, a love story or confusion? If they manage to get through the initial stage and decide to be together, life as a couple between Cancer and Gemini can be a mix of sweetness and chaos. On one hand, Cancer brings emotional depth and stability, which can help Gemini connect with their feelings in a more authentic way. On the other hand, Gemini brings freshness and dynamism, which can help Cancer step out of their comfort zone and see life more lightly. However, there are also significant challenges. Cancer is a home-oriented sign that enjoys tranquility and intimate moments with their partner. Gemini, on the other hand, needs to be on the move, meet new people, and have stimulating conversations with different individuals. If Gemini feels that routine is taking over the relationship, they may start to become bored. If Cancer feels that Gemini is too focused on the outside world and does not pay enough attention to them, they may become more emotionally dependent or insecure. Another point of conflict is communication. Gemini is quick with words and can sometimes say things without considering the emotional impact they may have on Cancer. The latter, being very sensitive, may interpret certain attitudes from Gemini as coldness or lack of interest, when in reality Gemini simply has a more rational way of processing things. If both manage to accept their differences and find a pace of life that works for both, they can build a balanced relationship. Gemini must learn to be more aware of Cancer's emotions, and Cancer must give Gemini the space they need to feel free within the relationship. Are Cancer and Gemini a couple destined for success? The relationship between a Cancer woman and a Gemini man is undoubtedly a challenge. They are two signs that operate on completely different levels. While Cancer seeks emotional stability and a deep connection, Gemini feels more comfortable in the lightness of the moment and constant exploration. This doesn't mean they can't build something solid, but it does require conscious effort from both. For this relationship to thrive, Cancer needs to accept that Gemini will never be the type of partner who moves solely based on emotions, while Gemini must understand that Cancer needs security and consistency to feel loved and valued. Without this mutual understanding, the risk of both ending up feeling frustrated and disconnected is high. One of the main challenges is the balance between independence and commitment. Gemini needs space to move, explore new ideas, and engage with different people without feeling trapped. Cancer, on the other hand, needs to feel that their partner is present, not just physically, but also emotionally. If Cancer begins to demand too much attention and Gemini feels their freedom is being threatened, they may start to distance themselves, which will create even more insecurity in Cancer and could trigger a cycle of blame and frustration. To avoid this, it is essential for Cancer to give Gemini the freedom they need without interpreting it as a lack of love, and for Gemini to make an effort to show Cancer that although they are independent, they are still committed to the relationship. Another key factor in the relationship is communication. Gemini is agile with words, but often may say things without thinking about the emotional impact they will have on Cancer. The latter, being extremely sensitive, you may feel hurt by comments that are of little importance to Gemini. If Cancer does not openly express how they feel and instead harbors resentment, the relationship can become filled with tensions and misunderstandings. For this connection to work, Gemini must learn to be more aware of the effect of their words, while Cancer needs to develop more direct and less emotionally charged communication, avoiding assuming that Gemini understands what they feel without needing to say it. Ultimately, this relationship has the potential to be a rewarding bond if both learn to value their differences instead of seeing them as obstacles. If Cancer can relax and trust Gemini without demanding a level of commitment that makes them feel trapped, and if Gemini learns to provide Cancer with the emotional security they need without losing their independence, they can complement each other in a unique way. However, if neither is willing to yield and adapt to the other's nature, the relationship can become a constant tug-of-war where both end up feeling misunderstood. In the end, the success of this couple will depend on how much they are willing to work together to find a balance between Cancer's stability and Gemini's spontaneity. Share your opinion and personal experience in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.